During the winter months, you could be forgiven for wanting to do nothing more than sit on a sofa and watch TV. But my next two guests on the red sofa have got a much more adventurous idea. So please join me in welcoming Christoph Lechner and Robert Kirchschlager from Ride. Hello, Chris and Rob.
Hey, hi together.
Thank you very much for joining us on the red sofa. So our viewers who have been at Spielwarenmesse for the last few years may well know Ride. But for those that haven't, why don't you give us a bit of an introduction and what you're best known for?
Then I'll start, okay? Okay, so Ride, for long-time visitors, Ride is the company with the former, I think, ugliest booth ever presented on the Spielwarenmesse. But by now, maybe, well, in my opinion at least, the most beautiful booth on the Spielwarenmesse, at least in outdoor business, I have to say. We're very proud of our booth building there. Ride is basically we're well known for the two-in-one functionality. So basically, we are the inventor of scooters, which switch from scooter to balance bike. In fact, maybe, Robert, you can quickly show it on the Highway Baby, which we originally presented on the Spielwarenmesse. So you have a two-in-one functionality. And out of this two-in-one functionality, we made scooters for kids, 1+, 3+, 5+. We came up and also first time presented on the Spielwarenmesse our #1 seller, which is the Highway Kick 1, which is a kickboard with seat, where you also have this clever two-in-one functionality. So you twist here and then do like here, and you have a full-grown scooter. So basically, this is what we're very famous for. And in recent years, I think right before the pandemic hit, we were able to show our new concept where we combined the two-in-one functionality into stylish products and made out of this range with matching colors. So you basically have a scooter in this here it's color steel with a matching helmet in steel, with a matching backpack in steel, and so on and so on. That's the shortest I can answer this question.
So in 2022, you have this fantastic range of transforming ride-on vehicles with matching backpacks and helmets. But where did you start? What was the initial idea?
Originally, the initial idea popped up in the year 2010. We have been working as a design agency that time for customers. And during a concept workshop, the idea of a two-in-one ride-on scooter popped up. And we were all not sure what to do with those George's idea. And in the beginning, actually, we thought to sell the idea to a customer. And finally, by 2012, we had decided to do it by our own. And since that, we were driving the idea with plenty of fun and force. And I think it was definitely the right idea.
Absolutely. It's such a unique one. So be able to go from ride-on to scooting, was that an idea that was kind of driven by affordability, so you could have the two-in-one for parents? Or were you more kind of interested in the exciting idea of a transforming vehicle?
Actually, I think it was a little bit of both. One of our team members actually was a father of 2 daughters at that time and had the experience with kids and their needs. The other stuff haven't been in those privileged by that time, but transforming something was part of the whole concept. It was not only focused on a scooter mobility; it was more like a visionary concept about mobility products for kids in total. And by that, the need of the market was already kind of visible.
Yeah, so you've been going for about a decade now with Ride. How have you both seen the market change over that decade?
Well, I mean, when we started 10 years ago, scooter market was always huge. There have been a big decline, I think, in 2000, Robert, is correct? In market, yeah. But ever since, scooter market is steadily going up. The thing is, the scooter market is very much divided into high-end brands and not so high-end brands. Let's call it this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And when we started, not when we started, but over the time, we were really thinking about why should somebody buy a Student Ride? And next to the clever idea, what we have and our branding and so on, we really focused on high-end quality. Of course, to a certain price, which is sold in a high-end environment all around the world. And scooter market basically evolves like this. So you have the high-end brands going this direction. You have the not so high-end brands going this direction, or the mass market brands going this direction. There is something in between as well, but basically we're somewhere. Well, the whole market is like it's not really divided, but there's not really a middle thing, you know.
I think on the scooter market, there was a development, same as in the other toy business or consumer goods business, which was in the former days a very simple red or blue or yellow item, usually made out of plastics. And in the past 10 years, material-wise, color-wise, and on the side of the demand of the parents, many things changed. Many things became more into Insta style, more into stylish products, and in a more people buy for their home, people buy for their outlook, and not only to play.
Yeah, maybe I can say here something also. What Robert said is pretty much true, because you know, products like this are not bought by the kids, they are bought by the parents, especially by the mothers. And mothers are buying products which they feel comfortable, or the products should match to them. Should be super good for the kids, of course, but color-wise, style-wise, I mean, you like nice products, you like beautiful products, and the market very much changed to a little bit more to the fashion area, may I say like this, where we now are coming up with a new product which should match more and more this area. So less toy, more style. Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So
Agree.
can you share with us any information about this new product that's coming up?
With pleasure.
Oh
Actually,
yes.
we wanted to present this year on Spielwarenmesse, of course, in the front line, is our new Highway Kick 2. It's a kickboard where we implement the topic of lifestyle, stylish look, functionality, like having a box where kids can play stuff inside. It's lightweight, it's simple, it's clever. And of course, in the way we have matching helmets. So in a total, for good-looking kids with good-looking moms, unique item on top.
Kids are going to look so fashionable and stylish whizzing down the streets in matching helmets and kickboard.
They do.
Of course, just to briefly go back to the beginning again, it's one thing to think of the idea of a transforming ride-on to scooter. What was the development process like to actually get to the point where you had a product that could be transformed easily by children without the use of tools?
Actually, this was the main requirement. And next to the 2-in-1 functionality, there was the requirement of transforming the product without the need of any tools. Otherwise, it's meaningless. If you need a screwdriver or an Allen key somewhere on the road to transform your seat into a steering bar, the idea is gone. And the concept is same as we have it on our first item. You have a seat element which you swivel to a handlebar. This is the same as you can see it here. It's a standing surface, and then you swivel to a sitting surface. So the idea basically of the 2-in-1 is the same. And then we implemented those to a 3-wheel item and giving it a perfect functionality for small kids, a low seat level, which you can also height adjust 3 times without the needs of any tools. You have a steering lock, which allows the very small ones to lock the steering to get more stability and to learn the way to move. And finally, you turn it around in an upright position and use it as a scooter. But this is not actually related to the age. It's related to the fun the kids wanted to have and also the skills they have. So some they prefer to start in a standing position, some they prefer to start in a sitting position, and all of those in a daily life, in a park somewhere outside, was actually the need and the goal for the development.
And also don't forget our slogan is clever mobility. Robert and I had very intense talks. Our idea is we must be better. We must be better than the rest. And as Robert just said, if you need a screwdriver for changing anything, it's not clever. Clever is not needing it. Clever is to reduce as many things as possible so that the pure functionality stays and it's super easy and super handy to use. And if we're not coming up with this, well, hopefully nobody else comes up. We try really to be the best in this,
So from the very beginning, all the way up to 2022 with your new product release, the core of Scoot and Ride has been simple, easy functionality that is clever and fun to use.
And stylish on top.
And style.
Of course, stylish on top.
You said it actually right, Robert. What was when we first thought about the Highway Kick 2 lifestyle? Simply stylish, clever, or?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, simple to use, absolutely stylish because everybody wants to have it, and clever, still a Scoot and Ride. And this is everything what we design or what we are coming up with or what we try to do is based around these three topics.
That's fantastic. I've only really got one more question to ask, which is, are you making anything that a, let's say, hypothetical 6'2" tall man who's around 85 kilos could ride? Because I'm very interested.
Well, I'm not answering this loudly, otherwise, Robert.
The question actually popped up several times in the past decade, and we have an item, yes, which allows you to use our products. It's our Highway Gangster. The payload is 100 kilograms, so there is no need for making any exercises up front.
Thank God. Good.
In the total, we are focused on kids and babies, lifestyle mobility, and not towards the adults at the moment.
Well, as soon as you start focusing, you've got one hypothetical customer right here, definitely.
Super.
But you remember, Robert, we once got a photo of a woman with a certain age.
Yeah.
So I think our oldest customer is 80, something like
that. 80 that time, and
Yeah.
she used it as a what's that item called? In German, it's a rollator, where the elderly people can grab the T-bar with both hands to have a balance on the road.
Yeah, yeah.
She was using our Highway Gangster instead, and she was writing an email to us mentioning it definitely better.
Wow. So your products are simple, clever, stylish, and they could be used from kids all the way up to people in their 80s.
Yeah.
Well, we're focusing pretty much on kids.
Yeah, fair enough.
The dream of every seller.
Absolutely, yeah. It makes your job so much easier to sell that. Well, Robert, Christoph, thank you so much for joining us on the Red Sofa. We've loved having you here. And everyone watching, do make sure to check out Scoot and Ride and stay tuned for more from Spielwarenmesse 2022.